Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Phonetics, day 11. This is our last day before the test. On day 12, we have a test. And so I'm going to do these things. First, I'm going to teach you the TH sound. There are two TH sounds. I'll teach them to you. Secondly, I'm going to review vowels, and I'm going to review the long and short vowel rules because you're going to need that for the test. Next, I'm going to review the rules for intonation and have you do a practice for intonation, and then you can check the answers. Then I'm going to review the rules that we learned last week for grouping sentences into word groups. You're going to practice that and you can see the answers, and that will be on the test also. Then I will tell you about the test and give you some papers to prepare you for that test. All right, let's go. Today we're going to learn the TH sound. Now the TH sound, notice this man's teeth. You must show your teeth to make the TH sound, okay? It's very important. Like the F and the V, if you don't show your teeth, you can't make it correctly. Now on the test, I'm going to look for teeth when I see your video for the F, the V, and the TH. And if you're hiding your teeth, I'm going to give you minus points. All right, now notice that he has the tongue touching his teeth right here. Can you see that? And the air, see this little space? The air is coming out between the teeth and the tongue, the front top teeth and the tongue. Air is going out. And that's the sound. It's not an S sound. The air is not coming out. The S, the tongue is on the back, the alveolar ridge. That's not the TH. The TH is, and it has a different sound. So please use that sound. Notice this woman saying the TH sound. Okay, that's a good view. Here, see this boy? He's got a big tongue, doesn't he? Saying good TH sound. There it is. Now, notice that she has two TH sounds that she's making. This thing. Now, do you see this right here? This is called an ev. It has voice. This. And you see this here? This is called a theta. It has no voice. Okay? This thing. Okay. Now, let's practice the theta with no voice. Please repeat. Think, thin, throw, thumb, thousand, bath. Okay, are you giving your good TH sound? Don't use your old S sound. It's a, put your tongue out. Think, okay? Health, healthy, month, monthly. Say that again, monthly. Okay, watch my mouth. Monthly. Can you see? Monthly. So you have to keep moving that tongue. Fifth. Wow, that's difficult. Let's stop. Get your good F. Fi, not fee, but fifth. Fifth. Okay, good. All right. Next we have the voiced TH, the ev, with a voice. Okay. Please repeat. There, that, then. Good R. Brother. That's a schwa sound. Brother. Did you get your R? Okay, we want a good English pronunciation. Brother. Brother. Weather. Other. Now don't say aza. That's your old pronunciation. Put on your English mouth. Other. Next, clothing. Together. Mother. Brother. Father. Okay. Now, I want you to understand that there are rules for the TH, for the voiced and the unvoiced. The voiced, there are certain spelling rules, and you know when to say, and there are certain spelling rules, you know when to say, and so please follow these rules. Here we go. Spelling for TH. Now, first of all, you use this is theta, no voice, at the beginning of most words, okay? Here we go. Think. Okay, please repeat. Think, thought, throw, thank. But you use the ev that is voiced for these 9 words only. Please memorize these words because all words at the beginning in English, all words here have no voice except these 9 words. You have to memorize them. The, than, you hear the voice? They, them, their, this, that, these, those. These 9 words take voice. All other words with TH at the beginning do not. Now, we usually have TH with voice, ev, v, at the middle of the word. Brother. See, there's voice, and there's voice, so in between there's voice. Brother, mother, other, feather, gather. Give your best TH sound. Try to learn it. Now, at the end of words, we usually use with no voice. Month, health, bath, fifth. Now, here's a special rule. If we take one of these words with at the end and we add a Y or an LY, it looks like it's in the middle, but actually it keeps the no voice. Healthy, monthly, okay? But if you add an E, it adds voice. It changes to voice. So bath becomes bathe. Breath becomes breathe. Okay? So add a Y or an LY and it remains no voice. Add an E and it changes to voice. That's very important. Okay, practice. Number 1, think, or number 2, mother. Okay, what do you think? You tell me, 1 or 2. Teeth. Just a minute. Okay, teeth. It's 1. That. It's 2. Brother. It's 2. Weather. It's 2. Bath. It's 1. Breath. It's 1. Breathe. It's 2. Bathe. It's 2. Those. It's 2. Okay, let's go over the rules. Anytime at the end, it has number 1, no voice. The word that is one of the 9 words you must memorize. Usually at the beginning of a word, the TH has no voice, but there are 9 words that you have to memorize. This, that, these, those, and others, and this is one of them. So it takes the th sound. Brother, it's in the middle. Any TH in the middle is voice. Brother. Weather, in the middle. So it takes the voice. Bath, it's at the end, no voice. Breath, at the end, no voice. breathe. Okay, if you add an E to this word at the end, the E makes it voice. Breathe. And again, bathe. It's got voiced. And those. This is one of the 9 words you memorize that has a voice sound at the beginning. Let's try some more. Okay, can you do it? You tell me 1 or 2. Health. It's 1. Healthy. It's 1. Through. It's 1. No voice. Thank. It's 1. No voice. Breath. It's 1. No voice. Thousand. It's 1. No voice. This. It's 2. Voice. This. The. It's 2. Voiced. Weather. It's 2. Voiced. Okay, let's go over the rules again. At the end of a word, it's always no voice. At the end of the word, but you add the Y, it's still no voice. At the beginning of the word with through, there's no voice at the beginning of all words except for the 9 you memorize. Thank, no voice, it's at the beginning. Breath, no voice, it's at the end. Thousand, no voice, it's at the beginning. This is one of the 9 words you memorize. The, this, that, those. Okay, a few, I can't remember all 9. This, the is one of those you memorize. It takes a voice. Voiced, voiced. Whether, the TH is in the middle of the word, so it's voiced. Okay, beginning of the word, no voice unless it's the 9 that you memorize. Middle of the word, always voice. End of the word, usually not voiced unless there's the E put at the end on it. Okay, that was the rules for TH. And I hope that you will do a good job. I really want to do one more check with you, video check with your pronunciation for consonants. I need it, but I don't have time. There's too much to do before the test. I have too much to do. You have too much to do. So we're just going to have to test you over all your consonants without checking you. And so you're going to have to make your video. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Now, on your test, you're going to be speaking and writing pronunciation, and you need to know these rules for short vowels and long vowels, okay? First of all, do you remember what the short and long vowels are? Let's review. The A, the short is A, cat, cat. The long is A, cake, cake. E, the short is E, set. The long is E, seat. Next is our I. The short is I, bit. The long is I, bite. Notice we have a Y, a little Y here on the back, E. O, the short is Ah, hop. The long is O, hope. That's a moving sound, your lips move. The U, the short is hug. The long is oo or you. Notice this J here. This J is a Y. The Y sound in English is a J in IPA, so don't forget for your test. Let's continue, please. Okay. Vowel plus final E becomes long. This is the first rule. How can you remember which sound it is? If you have a word with a vowel and a final E, it becomes the long sound. Okay, this is short vowel, hop, but you put an E on it, it becomes hope. Let's try it. Short, bit, bite. Can you remember? Tap, tape. Pet, Pete. Hop, hope. Us, use. Now, that That's the vowel plus E rule. We also have the two vowel rule, boat. If there's two vowels, usually the first one makes the sound, boat. And the vowel plus E rule, if you have an E on the end, it becomes long, O. Short vowels, if you have just one vowel, hit, pit, mat, sat, rat, just one vowel and it's a short word, it's going to be short sound. If you have one vowel and it's stressed syllable, but it's a long word, mission, the stress is on this, and it's going to usually be short, mission. Okay, those are the rules. You remember those? The two vowel rule for long vowels. The A, the rule works very well for AI and AY. Rain, say, become long A. It works well for the E, especially for the EE and the EA, but not very well for the EI. This gets mixed up. It has several sounds. See, read, receive, but there's nay, way, slay, and a few strange words that don't follow the rule, okay? I works a little for the IE only. Pi, die, tie. This is the two vowel rule. O works well. For OA, it's O, like boat. For OE, it's good, toe. For OW, it works a lot of the time, not always. Row and slow is good, but my name is Brown and cow don't work. So be careful with the OW. It might be O, it might be ow. Now the U works well, but only with EU, like glue, which is naughty, and blue, which is owl, all right? Now we have the vowel plus E rule for long vowels. It works very well for all these sounds. Take, recede, bike, O, rude, cute. Notice that all of these sounds are the long vowel sound, not the short vowel sound. The one word, short word works really good. Cat, pet, bit, hot, nut. Many of you need to be careful here. You have a habit of saying halt, stop, doctor, but you need to change that to hot, stop, doctor, okay? And here this nut, some of you are used to saying natto, but it's wrong, it's nut, okay? A, e, I, a. Now here you have the a, but it's before the M. If you have a before M or N, it gets into the nose. It's called nasal. Am, okay? My name is Danny. My name's not Danny, it's Danny, okay? Okay, the one vowel stressed syllable, this is with the long words, okay? Long words, 2 syllables or more. It works well, but it doesn't always work. Capture, the stress is on cap, and so you need at, the short. The stress is on settle, so you need the short e. The stress is on middle, so you need the short I. The stress is on borrow, so you need the borrow. The stress is on supper, so you need the short sound. All right? Capture, settle, borrow, supper. All right, now these words don't always follow the rule. These words break the rule. Radio, evil, pilot, open, and super. These break the rule, I'm sorry, but most of the time the rule works and the stressed sound is short. All right. Now I have taught you intonation, and I told you we're going to review it, but actually we're not going to review the intonation rules. On the test, I've already tested you for intonation on quizzes. So I'm just going to have an easy intonation. I'm going to have you listen to a video and you mark the intonation that you hear on the video. But you don't have to mark on the video. You don't just watch the video. and mark underline for every word with stress. But you don't have to mark low stress, medium stress, high stress. You just mark one line for any word that is stressed. Let's look at the example. Okay, this is a paper I'm going to give you, and you're going to use this today to practice, and then next week you're going to use part of this for the test. This is The Great Dictator. It says in this movie, Charlie Chaplin, the actor, plays part of evil Adolf Hitler. At the end, he asks people to stand against leaders like Hitler. Listen to Charlie Chaplin's speech and mark all stressed words. Danny taught you some basic rules, but people often follow their feelings and not rules. So only mark the words that Charlie Chaplin stresses in his speech. Then check the answers on page 3. Okay, here's the words. Here's what you're going to listen to. I'm sorry, I don't want to be an emperor, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to check the rules. Here, these are the answers, okay? Okay. So in order to do that, you have to click this YouTube here. And you're going to watch Charlie Chaplin, but start here on 4:10 to 7:40. You have to do it only here, okay? And match, start with 4:10, I'm sorry, and match that listening to Charlie Chaplin, and copy this here, okay? Copy this, and I'm sorry, okay? I don't want, okay? So every word that's stressed, you just put a mark. And do all of this and stop here, okay? And then I have the answers for you on the next page. These are the answers, all right? And then for your homework, you're going to do this during class now, but for homework, to practice for the test, you need to mark this. And I'm going to put this on the test, okay? I'm going to use this video. This is the test video. And this part of the test right here, you practice for the test, okay? But first do this to see how well you can do and check the answers. All right, do that in a few minutes when this video is finished. All right, just a minute. Now, we also worked on word grouping, and word grouping is very vague. It's not clear. And I had you read some of these rules for when to use word grouping, and we practiced last week, okay? But for the test, mostly word grouping, you pick it up by listening, not by rules. And so for the test, we're gonna look at a movie. You click this YouTube, and you watch this movie. Start at 6 minutes and 40 seconds and go to 8 minutes and 52 seconds on this YouTube video. And I want you to listen to her speak. Now, remember what word grouping is. John hit a girl. That girl is my sister, and we put a mark between, okay? You use your slash mark. We love dogs, cats, and snakes. Okay, you put your slash mark. Every place you hear the person, pause. John hit a boy because he was angry. Okay, you put the pause here. If it rains, we will run. You put the pause here. Everywhere you hear the pause, you put it. So right after this video, do the intonation, and now do this one. And every place you hear a pause, choosing a, put your backslash, okay? Because she pauses there. And everything on part 1, put all the pauses, listening to them, and then check the answers for part 1 here. These are the answers, okay? Here are the answers for part 1 of this movie. Now for homework, do part 2, okay? Do part 2 for the homework. Practice it, listen to it, and think about how to mark it. And on the test, I'll give you a new paper and you listen again and do it for the test. Okay, so that's your work right now during class. I want you to do this file. This file is called Day 12 Practice Intonation and Word Grouping. I want you to do this as soon as this video is over. Now, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to practice your IPA. And I cannot test your handwriting very well. I could have you write your hand and take a picture, but I think that's too difficult for our test. So I'm going to let you take an easy way. I'm going to give you the IPA, and you just have to write the correct pronunciation of words. Let me show you. We're going to do a test today, just a practice today, no test. Okay, here it says, practice IPA for the test. Write the correct IPA symbols for each word. Do not look at a dictionary. You may look at symbols paper that Danny gave you. I cannot test your handwriting well, so on test day, I'll print all the symbols on the paper like this. I'm going to print all the symbols. And you just look at each word and you try to type the word in IPA. Okay, there's the word shows. You know the first letter is a sh, okay? So we're going to do this. We're going to put your slash, always put your slash, and then your S, and now you'll need your O, Z, okay? Now, when you do all of that, for all 14 words, go down, and here are your answers, okay? Don't look at your answers yet. Try to do it without the answers, and then check your answers. This will help you to be ready for the test. Now, when you finish this, I want you to send this to Danny today before the end of the class. Send it today before the end of the class. I want you to send it to me. And I'm just going to give you a participation grade if you did it, okay? Okay, thank you for that. Now, the last thing I want to tell you is that you need to make a video, a pronunciation video. We've been reading about the missionary Mark Buntain, who helped people in India, especially helping the poor. He was a Christian man using God's love to love people and to tell people of Jesus, which I'm so glad of. And I want you to read this story on the video using the best pronunciation. Read it 2 times on the video, and then send me the video. Not today. This is your test, on your test. So now, this week, you can practice it. So there's no work right now, but I'm going to show you this paper, okay? Wait just a second. Okay, here's a paper. It says Day 12 Final Test, Part 2. Yes, this is actually from your test. You're going to read this on a video, not now, but and I don't want you to do it this week. I want you to practice this week. Practice this week, and then you can read this on the test day. All right, you can read it to me. So let's read this. Step 1. Study the story below and think very carefully about pronunciation, intonation, and word grouping. Okay, think carefully. Don't just read this really fast to me. Take time, study it. Into proper pronunciation for each word, proper intonation for the story, grouping the words in a natural way. Step 2, practice reading this story many times until you're very fluent and you're correct in your pronunciation. Step 3, make the video and read the story twice on the video. Do not do that this week. Just get ready. And on test day, you can do it, okay? And send the video to Danny by Google Classroom before the end of class on test day, not week 11. This is week 11. Do not do this today. Do this on test day, but this week, just practice this. Just practice it this week and get ready, okay? Here's the story. You have to read it to me on a paper, on a video 2 times for the test. So practice that this week. Okay, that's it. So you have your homework now, and you have a classwork you're supposed to do now, your intonation, your grouping, and then the IPA and send that to me. And then for homework, you're to practice more intonation, practice more word grouping, and practice the Mark Buntain story, because you're going to put it on video and send it to me on test day. But don't do the video yet. Do the video on test day. All right, thank you. We're through today. Keep working though until end of class time. Thank you. God bless you guys, and have a really nice week, okay? Bye-bye.